Alright YouTube, so I'm going to switch gears a tad bit here. As you guys can see, my logo today is not the Subaru, but it's the Scion. That's because I've just recently bought this Scion Fr-S. So a little bit of a backstory on why I decided to actually buy this car. Alright, so about a month ago, I bought a BMW. It was a 2007 328i. And it was around 85,000 miles. Now, originally, I wanted to use that car as my daily driver, just because my BRZ is boosted to 12 psi. So I just really wanted a car that I could drive around whenever the other car actually blows up, because it kind of feels like it's going to. But after fixing it up a little bit, adding a couple of parts here and there, not too much. As far as repairs, it was like let's say it was a 2007, some rubber seals or trims were coming off, a couple of stuff, the speakers wasn't working, so that was a simple fix too, and basically minor stuff. Once I did fix everything and it was a good contender for a daily driver, I actually had the idea to kind of sell it off for profit. So originally I got that car for $2,200 and I put in around $1,150 for repairs and registration, taxes, and smogging, and that was about it. So in total I spent around $3,350 on that car, I think. So once I did that, I actually listed it for $5,500 and then found a buyer that wanted to take it for $5,000. So, you know, looking at that, that was quite a profit. So from the point of buying that car and selling it, it was around, actually almost 1 day from a full month. So I made around, I guess, so roughly I made around $1,650, I think, if the math is right. So in a month's time I put probably like 20 hours on that, so not too much. The most time consuming, as I forget to mention, is the radiator. So I had to actually fix the radiator on there, so that the side tank of the radiator was a inlet coolant hose, or inlet I guess pipe in there actually broke out, so I had to take the radiator out, bring it to a shop, and they were able to change the tank on the side. So that actually gave me the idea to kind of flip car as a side hustle. So nothing new, a lot of people actually do that, but I wanted to try and actually have my take on it to see if it works out or not. And it was actually kind of fun, you know, learning about other type of cars like that BMW. I've always been a fan of BMWs and how they look like, because an older style BMW is still kind of, they seem kind of timeless, and they still look good even today. So this is where the car came in. So originally this car is from Florida, and it's not just any car. So this car, as you guys saw, is heavily, or I guess kind of heavily modified. Now, being a Florida car, I don't think they need to smog their cars there or even pass inspection. I'm not too sure. But here in California, oh, you guys know how strict it is for all the people living here. So I was looking at the list of mods in this car, and most of them are performance mod, like that Supercharger, flex fuel kit, catch can, oil cooler, and all of the good stuff. So I actually got this car for a really good price. I don't feel too comfortable disclosing that right now, because I am going to be selling the parts and the car. And with my calculations, the best case scenario of everything sold on this cars and parts is around $9,000 profit. So if I can pull that off in maybe a month or even 2 months, that's definitely a lot of profit. So I didn't want to like pass up that opportunity. Then again, with every reward there is a risk, so I was kind of worried that I'm not gonna be able to sell the car, but there's always plan B of I got the car low enough where it's lower than actually a stock FRS. So this is a 2015, by the way, with 70,000 miles. So as far as plan B, I will probably just I don't know, maybe take it to CarMax, depending on how much they give me. And if they give me less than what I bought it for, because of the parts in this car, I think I can still kind of either, I mean, the worst case scenario is break even, but it's really hard to lose money on this car. But then again, since it is in California now, I'm gonna have to put it back to stock, at least some parts, because that supercharger is a carb legal supercharger, so that could stay there during smog. But I do have to put in a stock header, stock injectors, and probably a stock exhaust. So I guess now is a good time to kind of run down the parts that are installed in this car, to give you guys an idea of why I picked this up, basically. So as far as problems, there is a check engine light in there. Now that's kind of scaring me a little bit, because it's a misfire check engine light, and it started off as one coil pack, I guess, and one cylinder misfiring. But then when I put in a new coil pack on that cylinder, the other cylinder actually started misfiring too. So I swapped the coil packs to that cylinder, and I tracked it down that coil pack is also bad. So now I ended up needing 2 coil packs. So not too bad. It's I got them from eBay. It was a $35 I think for one, so another one, $70 for that. Hopefully that's what's happening there. It's just a coil pack problem. But if not, then I'm probably gonna have to invest on other tools like compression testing, or spark plugs, and whatever else I need to do to get that fixed. Other than that, some couple of cosmetic stuff, I guess. It's just like regular wear and tear. Interior looks good though. A lot cleaner than my car. I like that carbon fiber there. Probably wrapped, or maybe Trill, who knows. Like the WeatherTech here. I guess I'll start off with the interior. It is automatic, sadly, or maybe not. It's actually nice to kind of drive automatic once in a while. But yeah, it's not the push to start. It's got WeatherTech everywhere. Well, actually, haven't checked if the back rear seats or rear floor actually has it's called WeatherTech, right? Yeah. But as far as everything else, I like the little touches that was in here. That's about it. It's just a regular FRS interior, so not even navigation. So but we still got Bluetooth, so and CD player. That's always a plus. Oh, I did also forget to mention there's also a P3 gauge here, I think, so that's cool too. Now what I'm thinking is I'm probably gonna transfer a couple of stuff here. Like, I kind of like this gauge here, which is cool, and this carbon fiber piece here. So depending if that's real carbon fiber, it's wrapped, who knows, it feels kind of real. But depending on that, I'll probably transfer that over and put in my silver one, matches with this trim, so that shouldn't be a problem, right? And actually it also has this I think padding here. Oh, it does have the upgraded padding, so this is like for your knees and stuff, so it has it here too. That's pretty cool. Probably switch that over too. Yeah, probably take the WeatherTech mats because my car really needs that. But anything else here? As far as anything else, that's about it. So I guess I'll run you guys of the list of parts that this car came with. Hopefully I don't forget any. So yeah, here we go. Alright, so starting off from the outside, as you guys can see here, it is lowered in BC Coilovers Racing Edition. And it comes with a nice set of NKs and TO3s, as you guys can see right there. They are 18 by 9.5 plus 45 offset, so that's a good chunk of money right there, along with some tires. Hankook, I'm not too familiar with these tires though, but still has a good enough tread right there. So show you guys the other wheels, and then going around, I guess I'll mention too, it has this nice kind of side skirt thing here. Might be a candidate to transfer over to the other car, depending on how hard it is to take off. Yeah, more of the wheels. There is some curb rash on some of them, but you know, it is what it is. And back here we do have the Valentis. So I think 2 of the LEDs here aren't working, so that's okay. Get some stickers I need to take off. Kraftwerks sticker there, and also comes with the good old N1s, and as well as sound volume. These are drony too, so I never had them with unequal link headers before, but it does sound really good, but I just can't take the drone on them. Yeah, it has this little shark fin over here along with a wrapped roof. I did forget to ask the percentage of the tint here, but looks really nice, professionally done too. And then in the front we have the Spec D headlights, as you guys can see there, and also the quick release here. So another candidate for transferring over to my car, because these look like the expensive ones. I think they're like $200, so the only concern is that they're a little smaller than mine, so I don't know if it's gonna fill in the whole holes or not. But as far as imperfections, there are some, like a bunch of paint or rock chips on the hood, and then this fender over here doesn't quite line up properly, so I need to like unbolt that and fix it. Probably something to do with how they mounted the side skirt, so I'm gonna go figure that out. Yeah, let's go into the engine bay. Oh, did forget to mention it did come with a lip, a ready lip here, but you guys can see it's cracked there, giving the car a couple of lub scratches, so that's gonna have to come off. And then finally going into the engine bay, you guys can see that little snail right there. It's the Rotrex C30, I think it was 94. So this is the C30 kit from Kraftwerks, complete with the upgraded belt here. I think it was 30 millimeters. Yeah, so that's the main trophy of this car here. I like the Supercharger kit. A lot of people actually have bad things to say about this, but I really like how the way it sounds. I'm more a fan of these centrifugal superchargers like these, just because, I guess, for the looks. As far as performance, I think the other superchargers are more up there, like the Edelbrock, something like that. But I really like the Kraftwerks and Jackson Racing design. Just, I don't know, just personal preference, I guess, on how they look. But yeah, So inside the engine bay there is the delicious tuning kit right here. So that's the Bluetooth version. Got the I think it was a Kraftwerks Oil Cooler too. Can't see logo, but yep, it is right over there. And then over here, I've always wanted these actually, or I always wanted this. It's the I can't get a glimpse there, Verus catch can. So the reason why I want this is because there's an optional thing that you could do where you could put a coolant line here and actually have the drain go all the way to your camshaft cover, and makes it more service free. So it kind of just, you know, catches the oil and puts it back, which is kind of nice too. So that's another candidate to put in my car. But as far as the things that you guys can't see, oh, there's the flex fuel there. There are 1050X injectors in there, right there and right there. And also, I forgot how they say it's like a dishwash, I don't know, but the DW fuel pump and the Kobe unequal length headers. I think it has stock overpipe and stock front pipe. Yep, I see the cat there. So that should be about what the car has, I think. So yeah, overall the next few videos will be about parting this car. So like I said, these videos are going to be a little bit different because they're going to be based more on blogging style, I guess, on, you know, what's going to happen with these parts, how I sell them and stuff. But yeah, so stay tuned.